Hey there, it's Martha, and I have my What I've Been Warming video. It's a weekly video that I do to share what I've been warming. So they're not always empties, sometimes, but most of them are empties. But every once in a while, if I have a lot, I can't use it all up at once, but I've been told I'm not using enough wax. So maybe there'll be some modifications made in the future. But this is what I've been warming. I have a little bit of Scentsy. I have a little bit of vendor wax. And if you're interested in seeing what I warmed this past week, then stick around. I have Scentsy. If it wasn't for the Christmas cookie, there'd be only two. But I have Scentsy. I have my vendor in here. I try to put these in vendor order so I can timestamp them for you. Per usual, little mix of everything. I had success though this week on something. It was like, yes. So I'll figure that out while I get going. But let's start off with Scentsy like I normally do. I do timestamp this as well. If you're only into vendor wax or only into Scentsy, we're at the Scentsy portion. So I have two. I'll start with this one. Christmas cookie. Ugh. I'll start with this. I just did my warm review and thoughts on this Saturday. Like what day was that? Saturday, which is really today. See, I'm filming the same day, but I'm pretending it's Monday. That's how this is working. But I did my warm review on this and I like the scent. Very, very weak performer as far as throw goes. So you need maybe not quite twice as much to get medium throw, a good throw, but you're up there. I warmed one in open space just to see like what one bar would be like and how much throw I'd get on that. So if you missed that video, I guess I'll give you a quick recap real quick. Even with a whole bar in my open space, which was 4 Scentsy warmers, so 2 in each warmer, and normally I do 3. It was light. I could smell it. It wasn't like I had to be up, in the warmer. I could smell it, but it was very, very light. And sometimes I'd be like, do I smell it? But I like the scent. I just wish it was a better performer. Then the second bar I did in my guest room next door. I closed the door because I knew it was going to be a light performer. Closed the door. There's been no AC, no open windows, nothing like that. And I got a 4 out of 10 as far as throw, like almost a medium throw in there. So, and that was using 6 cubes out of the 8. So I put 1 cube in the bathroom downstairs as well. And that, again, with the door closed in the bathroom, did really well. So this would be for very small spaces if you want to use like what you regularly use. But if you want to get some good scent in there, you probably need to use almost double what you normally do. So that was Christmas cookie. It is a sparkling citrus, gingerbread, and pine tree scent. That's what the scent notes say. It's really more like a sugar cookie is what I smelled. I didn't really get gingerbread. I got like sugar cookie. So I like the scent. But since I just did a review, I probably went on too long on that one. This next one here is brown butter pumpkin. This is melted butter, brown sugar, and pumpkin. This on cold for me, I kind of got I had gotten maybe it was the butter, like some kind of cooked pumpkin, not like pie, but like a cooked pumpkin. But really, it's more like the pumpkin pie filling, it's like a raw, it smells like kind of like a raw, the guts of the pumpkin with this butteriness to it. I do get like a little hint of the rum, which is giving it, what's the word? It's just giving it something a little, I'm at a loss for words. It's not tart. It's just not acidic. Like, what's the word? It's just giving it a little something there to it with the butter and like the pumpkin guts. all that to say is this is a pretty good performer. I'd give this a 6 out of 10. I warm this in, or maybe 7. I warm this in open space. And I feel like I prefer like a bakery pumpkin. This one was more pumpkin guts to me but it was like, it was right there. It was like not quite raw, but not quite like a pumpkin pie, baked pumpkin pie. So yeah, for me, this one was just okay. I didn't love it. I'm also getting a little weary of pumpkin. Like I'm very picky now with what kinds of pumpkin I'm melting at this point. It's, we're 6-7 weeks in of me melting like pumpkin scents. So, it was for me not my favorite pumpkin, but I didn't hate it. It just wasn't one that I would repurchase personally. So that is brown butter pumpkin. Am I off today or what? Why can't I couldn't come up with a description for rum because it's not like boozy. That's not what it was. It was just a little strong something. Anyway. Apple Spice Season. Apple Spice Season. This is apple, pumpkin, and spices. This was a strong one. I almost, between the two, like this wasn't weak, but it was like, little medium high. This for me was a high performer, like high throw. Like this was a very strong throw. Warmed this in my guest room and this room, and it was doors open, wafting. I had the windows open that day. The smell was wafting. I got a lot of apple more than pumpkin on this one. Got a lot of spice as well. So very spicy. Lots of like clove, cinnamon, maybe some nutmeg in there. These kind of autumn spices. So lots of that. So for me, it was kind of like a red hot cinnamon. For me, this was a little like too much spice. I wish there was a little more apple pumpkin. There's a lot of apple, but I wish there's like a little more apple pumpkin combo than spice. I got heavy spice on this one, but it was a great performer. If you like apple scents, I think you'd really enjoy it. If you like those apple, like fall spices and apple, I think you would enjoy this. I didn't get as much pumpkin really. But for me, I'm picky with apple. So this one was okay for me. Like I enjoyed it for what it was, but I have other apple scents that I prefer more. But this is a good one. I think it's a good one if you like those apple and those fall spices. Great performer, great throw, pretty good scent, but I'm again a little picky with my apple scents. So take that with a grain of salt. So that is Apple Spice Season. Apple Spice Season. So that was the Scentsy that I warmed this week. And then we're going to get into Vendor Wax. I'm going to start off with one that I didn't like at all. Let me start with that one because I think this was the only Sassy Girl Aroma too. And I love, I am a fan of Sassy Girl Aroma. I would say top vendor for me. Well, in my top 6, I'd put Sassy Girl Aroma or top 5. But this one is Don't Fall Asleep on Elm Street. It is sweet strawberry, blended perfect with pine. Don't Fall Asleep on Elm Street. This was actually in friend mail. So that I was, because I'm picky with strawberries. So I'm like, would I have bought this one? So I really appreciate friend mail because you get to try things that you probably wouldn't have tried. Or sometimes, you'll get sent something that is a love that maybe you don't have any. So I really do appreciate getting a chance to smell this one. But the sweet strawberry, I'm picky with strawberry. So know that. I know I sound like a picky eater right now. I'm picky with this, picky with that. But I did find that the strawberry and pine combo was interesting. On cold, I like the smell of the strawberry. The strawberry is nice. But the pine in here is very astringent, like very astringent. And so, I don't know what happened. It's almost like it went bad. That's what it smells like to me. Like something went sour and bad. So this is not for me. I was upstairs. I was taking a call. I was talking to my mom and I'd put this downstairs, it had already been going for maybe a half an hour. And I opened, I was in the bedroom and I opened the door and I'm like, you know, you forget. At least I know. I have a terrible memory now. After you turn 50, it's like the memory just goes. But I open the door and I'm like, what's that smell? So this is a no for me. It's just the pine was the mix of the two, but the pine I think is really, something was off with it. Very, very astringent. So this is Don't Fall Asleep on Elm Street. It's from July of 2023, so it's not like it's really super old. But you know, not every scent's gonna work for everyone, but this one is not for me. Let me know if you've tried this one and if you know what I'm talking about. So that's Don't Fall Asleep on Elm Street from Sassy Girl Aroma. You know, every once in a while that happens, even with vendors you love. There's, you know, scent preferences, something just doesn't smell right. You know, it's what makes wax and scents fascinating as well. Someone can pick up something completely different, but that's what I picked up. So that's a no for me. Then from Rose Girls, I warmed and finished Ghost Stories. This is Ice Vanilla Woods, the Bath & Body Works type, and Vanilla Cupcakes in Lavender. This is from September of 2023. That is Ghost Stories. So I finished a whole bag. I think I had melted a little bit before, so it wasn't a full bag when I started, but I do like the scent, and this did perform for me. I warmed this in the bedrooms. Just in the bedrooms. And I think for me, Ice Vanilla Woods is typically a very strong scent, which I do enjoy. I got the lavender in here. It's just for me a nice, cozy, you know, it's starting to get cooler outside, and I like a lavender in the evening. So you got a bit of that with the Ice Vanilla Woods. Ice Vanilla Woods, too, for me, does lean a bit masculine, but I like those kinds of scents. So this is one that I would repurchase again, and that is Ghost Stories from Rose Girls. All right. I have one from, I don't warm two. Guess not. I have one from Kay's Scented Melts. This is Autumn Crunch. This is apple caramel, zucchini bread, and pumpkin peanut brittle. This one is fun because it still amazes me like how you get certain scents that are just so authentic. I get that brittle. It's that you get that little crunch kind of a scent note in here. I don't know what it is, but you really do. That's what it smells like. So definitely get that pumpkin peanut brittle. And the apple caramel isn't here because I'm picky with caramel. This should be called themed the picky video. I'm picky with caramel, but this was nice. Like, I really like the scent. I have, I think, 2 more of this one. And this was, I want to say, a repurchase. So for me, this is a nice bakery scent. You have a little bit of the apple. You got more zucchini, and then that peanut brittle pops in here. And this one performed really well for me. So this was in open space. I did have used a hot plate, though. I used hotter warmers, a hot plate, and I did do a tea light and a Scentsy. So one of each down in open space, and got a really, really great throw. So that is Autumn Crunch from Kay's Scented Melts. All right, I have 2 here from Teddy Bees. And so I need a nice catch. There should be bloopers in this. I think the bloopers are just in the video watching it. I know someone's like, I missed your bloopers. I'm like, just watch the video. All right. Witches Be Crazy Pistachio. So this is a really good scent because I love pistachio. And this is a nuttier pistachio versus a kind of cherry leaning pistachio. And her scent notes are in little ant stamped print. It's so small. So here we go. Let me see if I can read them with my glasses. Okay. This is birthday cake, pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, a pinch of cinnamon, spiced vanilla, blended with pistachio, ice cream, and notes of pistachio. So this was poured on... Oh, pistachio dream cake. Sorry, missed the last part. This was poured on November of 2023. So this is a year old. And like I said, the pistachio in here is more of a nutty one. I warmed most of it. I have a little bit left. I wore most of it in my bedroom. This is probably one. I'm laughing a little bit because during the live on Saturday, I was getting the little ribbing of like, you need to probably put more wax in. So far, what I do works for me, but this one was very light for me. So if you have this and have warmed it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. But I tried this in my bedroom. I mean, I'm trying a smaller space. I think I did close the door. I did close the door because I could tell it was just not really picking up. I do have Scentsy warmers in here, so there's no tea light in here because I'm not in here all the time. I don't want to leave anything, open flame anywhere unless I'm like in that space for most of the time. So I warm anything that I'm warming in here in my Scentsy warmers, but for me, this is very, very light. It's pretty, but it was really light. And like you get that birthday cake and you get like a nutty pistachio, but that's Witches Be Crazy for pistachio. And so I have a little, like less than half a souffle left. So I'll probably just put that whole thing in the guest room and see how it does in there. Then I have Vanilla Pumpkin and Cashmere. This is scent notes of Vanilla Pumpkin, Marshmallow Fluff, Cashmere Cream, and Vanilla Birch. This is from July of 2023. So I'm starting to warm the teddy bees I got last year, letting them, cure for about a year and a year or more. I had warmed this before, so I only had about half a souffle. I warmed it here in the bedroom and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love cashmere. I love her cashmere scent specifically. And so you got a soft pumpkin, and it wasn't like a heavy pumpkin. This is a body care like scent because of the cashmere. So a soft vanilla, creamy pumpkin with this beautiful cashmere. So this is a good one. And I do love her scents that are, something plus cashmere. Typically I do. And performed, overall, I would say her scents for me are like a light medium. So they don't usually go up beyond that. There are some exceptions for sure. So I'd say that was like right there on the cusp of medium as far as throw. And then I warmed Wish a Witch Woods. Super small print on this one as well. This is Fireside Marshmallows, Buttery Sugar Cookies, Bonfire Embers, and Palo Santo, poured November of 2023. So we're almost at a year. This I warmed in open space, and a great scent. I love the scent. As you can tell by how much I used, I could probably use a little bit more, but I got a really nice medium throw. And sometimes I just have days where I just want to have it in the background. So, but definitely I would say this one performed well for me. I could have put it in a hot plate, which I did not. I did put it in one tea light. So I had one tea light and then 3 Scentsy warmers, I think. But great scent. I would absolutely buy the scent again. It was a great scent, really pretty. I think I tend to also hoard teddy bees a little bit. Like I want to know that I can come back to this at a later date. Like it's not all gone. Let me know if you do that. If you have a lot of partial teddy bees. I know there's people who no, they don't want partials. They want to just use it up right away. Like they would be done with this. They would finish it off. And I'm like, no, I have some more for later. I have some more for another day when I want to warm this. So I do like this scent. That is Wish a Witch Woods from Teddy Bees. Okay. I ate lunch just before doing this. And I'm hoping there's not a little piece of food in my teeth. Okay, this is success here. This was a success story. This is Dessa's Homespun Scents, Ye Old Witch House. This is a haunting blend of our Vanilla Voodoo, Sweet Cinnamon Streusel, Toasted Marshmallows, and Bonfire Bliss from November of 2023. And she just had a pre-order, I think, this past weekend. But I've been wanting to use up the Dessas that I bought last year because I'm trying to figure it out. And I feel like, well, maybe not all, but I feel like there's certain vendors that I want to crack the code, that I feel like the scents just smell really pretty, but I want to crack the code on how to get them to work in my place. And so the first time I tried my Dessa's bar that was like this, not this one, but the first time I tried Dessa's, this is my third melt. I did not put enough wax. I thought, I can put like half of this bar downstairs in the kitchen area and get good throw. I didn't. The second time I'm like, okay, I'm going to put the whole bar downstairs and see how it does. And I'm like, okay, this is working. I just needed to use the whole thing. This particular one, did the whole thing in open space. I did use a hot plate. Did I use my candle? No, I did not use a candle crock. So I just used a hot plate warmer and Scentsy warmers and a tea light. Yeah, so a mix of kind of all types of scents. So the hot plate and the tea light gave this like a good like woof, where it's coming out strong. This scent is so nice. I would absolutely buy this on scent alone, but I got it to work. And then what happened was, so the oil or the wax in the hotter warmers will melt off, it evaporate. The scent oil will burn out first. And then what was left was the stuff that I had in my Scentsy warmers, which had this nice consistent throw. And so it just lasted a long time overall, even though the scent from the tea light and the hot plate burned out after maybe 3 hours. The rest of it in the Scentsy warmers kind of kept carrying it through where I could still smell it. Then I went to bed. And when I woke up the next morning, I, went downstairs and I can smell it just coming, going down the stairs. I can still smell it. And it was still like a medium throw after it, being on at that point, like 10 hours. And I left it in there for like the rest of like a half day. I left it in there for another half day because I really enjoyed the scent. And I was like, this is what I wanted. I wanted a good medium high and then long lasting. Like it hit all three things. It was long lasting, great scent, and I got good throw out of it. So very, very happy. I can tell you right now, this was like I think this was my favorite scent of the week for sure. Ye Old Witch House from Dessa's Homespun Scents. So yes, third time's a charm. Figured it out. Okay. From The Pharmacist's Daughter. A little slow there. The Pharmacist's Daughter, Black Cat's Prowl. I have this actually in the bathroom right now, and it's been in there for like 2 days. I can't really smell it now. It's time to change the wax, but this, I liked it. It was in my bathroom up here. There's pumpkin in here. There's apple. There's definitely, I think maybe it's like a pumpkin apple. I have no idea what the scent notes are, but it's actually very pretty. It's got something sweet to it. I like this one a lot. So this was Black Cat's Prowl, and it did very well in my bathroom. And my bathroom's picky like me. Then we have Izzy Dead. This one I warmed in the bedroom. I'm showing you like a label that I made. Izzy Dead. And this one was nice too. This one was really good. I don't know the scent notes, but this one performed really well for me too. And I liked it. I would get this one again. I feel like there could be a touch of caramel in here, but not a burnt sugar caramel, which I get sometimes. This was really nice. I wish I remembered what was in here, but that one was good. And then Creepy Carnival from The Pharmacist's Daughter. Wow. Maybe I should, I think I can only film like one video a day now. Otherwise, brain is just gone. This one, lots of caramel. I warmed this in the bathroom. Great throw. Too much caramel for me. I am picky about caramel. If it's just too sweet, that's what I call like toothachingly sweet. I like touches of caramel, a little bit of caramel, but this one was a lot of caramel. Fantastic throw though. My bathroom, it's really hard to get scent in my bathroom. This one, it smelled even after I changed out the wax. I think And I think that's part of maybe why I'm a little averse to caramel, because even after I take a heavy, heavy caramel scent out, it's like stuck to like stuck. It's stuck to clothes. It's stuck to things, and probably the carpet. It's like I could still smell it lingering even after a day when I switched it out. But if you like a sweet scent, if you like bakery, you know, I mean, I'm just getting a lot of caramel. It's probably like a funnel cake fair type of thing as well. I mean, it is called Creepy Carnival, so there's probably like some kind of funnel cake. I think that's probably why I'm not a big fair, the fair type scents that are offered kind of in the August, usually come around carnival scents, I think that's why, because I feel like there's a lot of kind of sweet caramel or heavy brown sugar or something just sticky. And that's just not necessarily for me, but great throw. Okay. From Knowles Farm Scents. I need to just warm a little bit. Maybe I'll switch it out tonight. What's in the guest room right now is Christmas cookie, but I can switch it up to this. This is called Hello, It's Me Fall from Knowles Farm Scents. It's apple cider, donut, Palo Santo, and toasted marshmallow. This was a loaf that I had from last year. Pour date is October of last year. This is a fantastic scent. He offered it in the last pre-order and I highly recommend it. I didn't get it because I had like half a loaf, but I've been warming this quite a bit throughout the month. The apple cider in here is so nice. I really like his apple cider, and the donut. Donut is fantastic. And then you got a touch of Palo Santo that for me gives it sometimes like a little smoky flair, not campfire smoky, but it gives it a little something else that I really like. So you've got the sweetness from the apple cider and the donut, and then the marshmallow, and then you've got a little touch of Palo Santo. It's fantastic. I love this one. Hello, It's Me Fall from Knowles Farm Scents. So I'm gonna be done with my loaf here. And then I warmed this morning pumpkin pretzel latte from Knowles Farm Scents. This is pumpkin butter, pumpkin pie, toasted marshmallow, graham cracker, and vanilla bean. This is, because there's no pour date, looks like probably poured it in August and I got it in September. Pumpkin pretzel latte. I warmed this in the kitchen, but honestly, I only had 4 cubes, so not enough to fill kind of the kitchen open space. I got a soft scent out of it. Again, it's probably one where I could have used 2 more cubes to fill it up, but it's a nice pumpkin bakery scent. You get a little bakery. Didn't get a whole lot of latte, just like a touch of it, but it's a great kind of like fall scent. You got a touch of pretzel as well. I like his pretzel. So that is pumpkin pretzel latte. I just had a little bit left, so I wanted to use it up. And then from the Enchanted Scent Memories, this is Grab My Pumpkins. This is pumpkin chai, pumpkin cookie crunch, pumpkin cupcake, and pumpkin marshmallow. So Grab My Pumpkins. And I got this about a year ago. It was sent to me from Holly. I believe Holly is her name, that owns Enchanted Scent Melts. And I got a really beautiful box of wax. This was a really good one. If you like that bakery pumpkin creaminess from the marshmallows, you get a little cookie crunch. I did get a little cookie crunch. And the chai was just like a touch of chai, just enough to give it some spices. So I did enjoy the scent because it was like a sample, 2 samples. I warmed it here in the bedroom and I enjoyed it. Only lasted about 4 hours. That tends to be the number, 4 to 5 hours, but I enjoyed it for while I had it up here. And then probably it's so hard to pick a favorite because I really like Hello, It's Me Fall as well, but Ye Old Witch House, I said, was probably my favorite melt because I was so excited about getting Dessa's to work. But this one I warmed 2 days ago. I warmed this like a couple days ago. This is Lost Woods Resort, Cracklin' Birch, By the Campfire, and Palo Santo. I warmed this downstairs in open space. I had this in a hot plate and my Scentsy warmers. I had it in 3 Scentsy warmers and 1 hot plate. It was a souffle. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love her Cracklin' Birch. I absolutely love Britta's Cracklin' Birch. Her Palo Santo is really pretty. And I mean, all of this. This was such a beautiful, strong scent. This one was blowing doors because of the hot plate. The hot plate was like, ooh, maybe I didn't need to put it in a hot plate warmer. But then again, once that burnt off, it was still going very, very strong in my Scentsy warmers. Lasted about the 4 hours that I was awake downstairs. And then I went to bed and, you know, got probably 7 hours sleep. And the next morning I can still smell this really well. So this was another one that I would absolutely get again from Britta's Lost Woods Resort. I really like that one. And then I guess I'll close it out with this little one here. This is from my friend. This one is called Grimoire. This is black plum, leather, dark musk, aged parchment, wood embers, and dust. Grimoire. So I warmed this whole thing. I think this is about 2.5 ounces, and getting better at putting ounces in my spreadsheet. And I like this one. I think we asked her for more. We, being my friends, because you do get like a hint of leather, but not a lot. It's just mixed in there really nicely. You get that paper, that parchment. This is a really cool scent. I like this one. It's a little different. And what I enjoyed, I think the scents that I enjoyed this week were partly that the ones that I enjoyed the most, I should say, weren't heavy pumpkin, because I did warm quite a bit of pumpkin, I feel. So having like something like this, or Ye Old Witch House, which I got like this nice vanilla, or where was it? Britta's Lost Woods Resort, which was Cracklin' Birch and By the Fire. These were like these nice palette cleansers in between warming apple and pumpkin and some other scents, which I do enjoy, but I felt like every couple days my nose needed something a little different. So these were like there for the rescue, and probably for that reason, like my favorites of the week. So I feel like I was like speed talking here. Trust me, I just had Coke, not Coke, you know, Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, for lunch. So I'm like, I'm not like caffeinated really. That doesn't do anything for me, but I felt like I was talking super fast. But I hope you enjoyed this one. I don't know why I said that. What I've been warming video. I do have an empty to add before you go. I've talked about this one before, so I'll make this super quick. Wonder Water, went through another bottle of this, and love this for my hair. It's just, after you shampoo, they have lines. They have little lines here of like how much you can use. Use 1, 2. So you get a bunch of these. Really hydrates my hair, makes my hair feel nice, soft, moisturized, and clean. Very, very clean. So I do love this one. So I keep buying them because it's fantastic on my hair. So I don't know what's wrong with me today, but I hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun just sharing what I warmed, sniffing things, and just having a good time. So I hope you did as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll chat with you later. Bye-bye.